just today's agenda will be to cover this abstract classes, interfaces, exception handling, and we will start a bit of IO today. And we will discuss all the concepts around it, all the best practices now. And from here your programming starts. IO. You can have a very good programming practice. So until then, abstract classes, interfaces, exceptions are all conceptual. So from IO we will start actual programming. From tomorrow we will have a lot more. Okay, fine. So once you know the agenda, let me talk about some few basic things before I go to abstract classes. String class is very important, which we use regularly. It's good to know something more about string. String class is immutable, I said. What do I mean? Immutable means it cannot be changed. String object is immutable, not string class. String object is immutable. That means once the string object is created, it cannot be changed. True or false? True? Okay. So I'll just show you a simple program. Tell me what will happen. New class, I'll say string demo. Now I will just say string yes is equals to new Shiva, new string of Shiva. Okay, I created a string. Can't I change the string now? String object is immutable, I said. You said true. But now I'll do like this. Yes is equals to yes plus my second name Prasad. So if I print yes system.out.println, yes, what will it print? It will print Shiva Prasad or only Shiva? So string object, I'm changing it, but string is immutable. So what's happening actually? Right? String is immutable. That means once a string object is created, it cannot be changed. I create a string object with Shiva's contents. So you cannot change the content, but what happened here? In this case, S is pointing to one object. When you say S is equal to S plus Prasad, a new string object is created. This object Shiva is there. Another string object which contains Shiva Prasad is created, and S is pointing to this. S left that and pointing to the new object. Right? So string object, the existing string object was not modified. Here S is pointing to Shiva. When I said S is equals to S plus, S is pointing to another object which contains Shiva Prasad. So what about previously S was pointing to this, now this object is not having any reference, is it? It will be garbage collected. It will be eligible for garbage collection. Garbage collector will free the memory later, right? So the original string object was not changed. A new string object was created with new contents. String object cannot be changed. String is immutable class. Now my requirement is, you are writing your own class. How to make your own classes immutable? Okay. So simple. Just I want to make employee class here. This employee class is having how many variables? 2 variables. Employee ID and name. What do I mean by an object? Memory allocated to this instance variables is nothing but an object. We represent the memory allocated for this ID, employee ID and name as an object, right? In memory. So once an employee object is created, it should not be changed. So what shall I do? That means once memory is allocated to employee ID and name, they should be initialized only once. They should not be again changed. Tell me. How to make my employee class as immutable? Make the variables as final and make them as private final, so no one can access these outsides, right? And then if they are final, can I give getters and setters? No, I should not give public getters and. Now how to initialize my employee? How to initialize my employee name inside the constructor? So I'll just generate a constructor using fields. Generated a constructor using the fields. So now the only way to create an employee object is to call this constructor. If this constructor is called, employee name are initialized. Once the object is created, then there is no other way to change this object. So my employee is now immutable, right? So to make it immutable class, what you need to do is you need to make your instance variables as final, and don't give public getters. Get public setters. Don't give the mutators. Mutators are nothing but setter methods, right? Now, best practice. Suppose you are writing a loop for int I is equals to 0, I less than 100, I plus plus, s is equals to s plus I. Suppose if this is a code, right? Is this code good? If yes, why? If not, yes, why? Because you will be writing lot of such for loops in your code. You need to understand the best practice. So is there any problem here? String is immutable. Keep that in mind and try for a solution. String cannot be changed. When I concatenate string, a new object is created with the same contents, and the origin and the previous object will be eligible for garbage collection. So if I write such a code in my for loop, what is happening? 100 times the loop executes. 100 times new string objects are created, right? 100 string objects are created. 99 will be eligible for garbage collection. Finally, you will be having only one string. So why do you want to create 99 unnecessary objects? In a loop, you are creating unnecessary 99 objects, which is too costly, right? So don't concatenate your strings in for loop. Okay. What to do if you want to concatenate strings? Then I'll show you a solution. Don't do like this. Don't use string in that case. Use a class called as string buffer. String buffer is equals to new string buffer, and again like this. Whenever you want to concatenate, you can say string buffer dot append. So to string buffer you can append anything. String buffer dot append, you can just say I. Is that not equal to s is equal to s plus I? Finally you can print string buffer. If I just print SB internally, what is happening? ToString method will be called, right? Yes, to be understood. If I am passing any object reference to print method, automatically ToString method will be called. ToString will print the value of the string inside the string buffer. So whenever you want to concatenate, don't use string, you use string buffer, right? It was concatenate. And string buffer is having some couple of easy methods. Like if you want to reverse a string, what you can do is you can say string buffer dot reverse, right? I'll just print the reverse of the string. So system.out.println string buffer dot reverse. So it will reverse the string and then print. Let's see. Yeah, the string is reversed and printed, right? At last you will have Avish, right? And some more couple of methods. String buffer dot replace. Suppose if you have a big string, if you want to replace some characters, yes, you can use this replace. So these are the important methods I want you to understand. Remember, Java is too vast. There are a lot of classes which I showed you in the documentation yesterday. What you best way to learn is to open the documentation, see the documentation. The documentation is very clear. Reverse method, what it will do, how it will work, everything will be given in the documentation, right? So best way, now I introduce string buffer class. Now it's up to you. You should see the methods inside string buffer, and you should try to understand that, right? So I'll just open the documentation again. You can just browse it in Google also, Java documentation, you will be getting it. So java.lang package. Where is the string buffer, in which package? String buffer is also present in java.lang package. So I'll just go here in string buffer. If you go down, yeah, see here there are methods, insert methods, some methods to insert inside a corresponding string. Insert, give offset and boolean. Insert the string representation of boolean argument. If you want to insert a character, yes. If you want to insert a character array, yes, right? Suppose if I have a big string, Shiva Prasad, at index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth index I want to insert XYZ. Yes, it's possible. Which is the method to be used? Insert, which will take offset comma character array or string. Offset comma string. Right? If you want to insert a int, offset comma int. Offset is nothing but the index at which you want it. Lot of overloaded insert methods are there to insert double load, int, long, all these things. Right? So you can just go through the documentation, right? I have a string Shiva. I want a substring of this Shiva. I want I and V. Important method. Just I'm talking about only the important methods right now. How do I print? System.out.println s dot string object dot substring. From which index to which index? I'll say 2 to 4. Let's see what will it print. IV 0, 1, 2. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Between 2 to 4 I should. 1, 2, 3, 4. Between 2 to 4. I and So substring is an important method. Okay. So I just introduced to some important things. One more thing is, if you have a big string and if you want to split a string, important another method in string s is equals to a big string is there which is having some names. String s1 I'll say. X comma y comma a comma s. Some comma separated strings are there. Now I want all the comma separated objects. How to do? String 1 dot, there is a method called as split. Split the string by using what delimiter? Delimiter is comma. So what this string dot split method will return is, it will return an string array. After separating, it will give me a string array. I'll say these are the words is equals to, right? How many words are there? How to print? Words dot. So I just wanted to talk about some important methods. Split is a very important method which you are going to use frequently for some scenarios if you want to split. So it should print the number, and if I return over there, I can print all the words in a string. Right? I can add a for loop to do it. Right? There are 11 words. Right? So if I give you a big string and tell me and ask you how many words are there in a big paragraph, how do you do? Words are delimited by space. So give split, the delimited space is of comma, you will get all the words. Right? Fine. Now once you understand this, let's go ahead with some of the other topics. Yesterday we talked about singleton class, right? I'll just show you a singleton class example. Now what I want to do is I want to open Notepad through my Java program. So if I want to open Notepad, how do I do? Here I'll go to command prompts and then say Notepad, press enter, Notepad is open. But I want to open Notepad by executing a Java program, or I want to execute some operating system command by executing a Java program, right? Let's see how to do it. A simple example of singleton. Just create a new class, singleton example. There is a class called as runtime. R is equals to, how to get a runtime? Just see new runtime. Not seeing the class runtime here. Yeah, runtime. But what is runtime? Runtime is not a class. It is a interface which you will be seeing. What is interface? You cannot create an object of interface which you will be seeing. But runtime is not a class. You cannot create an object. So how to get the object of runtime is not by using new. We will say just runtime dot get runtime. Right? So you will be getting an object of runtime. You are not using actually new. Whenever you want a runtime object, you have to say runtime dot get runtime, you will be getting, right? So internally the get runtime makes sure that there is only one object of runtime. This runtime is an object which represents about our runtime environment. Where is my JVM running? In the OS. So by using this runtime object, I can access the OS specific things, right? So what I will do is r dot. There are a lot of methods. There is one method called as exec. I want to execute a notepad.exe, right? I want to execute notepad.exe. I have to pass the executable file name, not exec what executable file. It will return me an object of process, because running program notepad.exe is a program. What are you trying to do? You are trying to run that notepad.exe. It will create a process. It will return an object called as process, right? What I'll do is I'll say notepad.exe. Okay. For now, don't worry. It is I just for clarifying that I just wrote this. We'll understand about this exceptions later. So I'm just running. Notepad open. Again I'll run. Open. Right? So by using runtime.exec, we can call any executable file, whatever you do it from the command. Right? calc.exe is there. calc.exe should open calculator, right? So whatever you can execute by using runtime object, what are you doing? We are trying to execute some operating system functionality. Right? You can start a process like this, right? Runtime is a very good example of singleton class. Only one object of runtime will be there in memory at any point of time, right? Any doubts? Now, see here, I am just running it. My program is it terminated? Still running. If I close my calculator, done. Right? Okay, that is one more class which I want to introduce to you, right?